This is Kendrick Bourne from the San Francisco 49ers. You're watching the Niners All Day Show. What up, Bronze? What up, Dre? Let's get it, man. Yee!
Yo, what's going on? It's your guy, Fran 49er. This is Niners All Day. I want to send a shout out to all of the Patreon members. If you want to contribute to the show, go ahead and go to Patreon/Niners All Day. You can catch us on Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We're on all of those things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of those people who subscribe to us. If you haven't subscribed to us, click down below, the button below. You just click it. And then you click the other button, the thumbs up. If you want to be a header, click thumbs down. But we appreciate you coming to watch us. We love it. We love all the views. We love the hate. We love the love. What's going on, Jason? What's happening with you, bro?
I'm good, man. How's everything? You seem chipper right now. Is it because of the Dodgers? Because the Dodgers is out here smoking boots again?
Oh, no, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to force it to Game 7. We're going to see what happens today. You know what I mean? We're going to see exactly what happens today, bro. Oh, my gosh. Let me turn that down. Let me send a shout out to some of the people that's in the chat right now. Home of the Faithful. What's going on? Yami, what's happening with you? Not in Niners Drag. You always here, bro. We appreciate you. Andy Smith, what's going on, my guy? That's my Twitter homeboy. Niner by nature, what's happening, man? Jamero Thomas, what's happening, my guy? We appreciate you. And you know, today we're gonna do a preview show. You know, we're playing the Rams this week. It's a nationally televised game. It's the Sunday night game. This is a big game for us, right? Sam, what's going on? What's going on? Jaime Productions, what's happening, man? And we have a special guest here. It's our guy Grant Cohn. He's been real active lately.
I missed 1 week with you guys, and all of a sudden you got the full mic set up with the thing across it. Like, okay, nice, man.
And that camera ain't doing the Dougie no more.
Hey, no, man. Yeah, the camera used to be tripping, bro. I had to.
It's an underrated,
that, bro. Yeah. What's going on? How you doing, Iggy? What's happening, bro?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. How you doing?
You hanging in there? Oh, man,
yeah, I'm can't complain.
Bro. Yeah,
I had actually a pretty good week. Actually, I gotta say,
the news cycle was crazy.
What a week!
It's crazy. So last show we did, we talked about, you know, how we felt the only way that the Niners could somehow salvage the season is get healthy. And, you know, the way that we were going to get healthy and have, oh God, I already started it. Well, I was, you know, happy about Julian Taylor and Ronald Blair and Weston Richburg. We got some news today saying those guys had setbacks. Do you have any insight to what those setbacks were?
No, but we need to talk about this training staff, because how many players are going to have setbacks under their watch? How many setbacks have happened in the last 18 months since they've got too many, way too many?
Right.
Is Dr. Nick Riviera from The Simpsons our training staff guy? Hi, everybody.
I know it feels like low-hanging fruit to blame the training staff because injuries happen, but what you can blame on them is the never-ending succession of setbacks. I'm sorry. Right. What is that?
So when do I officially get scared for Nick Bosa's recovery?
I think it's a fair thing to wonder. On another team with another coaching training staff, you'd be like, typical ACL recovery. But this, God knows. I mean, look what happened to McKinnon. Look what happened to Blair. Blair was supposed to be back for week 1. I don't want to go there. I think maybe some of this has to do with luck and stuff. But yeah, that's a really good point and doesn't bode well. Yeah, they should fire this crew and get someone else.
They most definitely should.
Wait. The other guy, Trey. Yeah.
I mean, they should, because my whole thing is this. Julian Taylor, he got his torn ACL in week 6. There are still 12 weeks left in the season. We went all the way to week 20 into the Super Bowl. He's had more than enough time to recover from ACL. ACL is what, 6 to 8 months? It's been like 10 months, bro. What is going on?
I've never heard of could be ready for week 1 to now it's week 10
week 10 to 12, right? Yeah, that's a little crazy and a little worrisome. You know, so I just wanted to hit off on that first. Also, breaking news story came from Grant Cohn himself. The owner, Jed York, leaves at halftime when it's 31-7. Right? He says,
nice, Jed. Way to go, Jed.
I'm gone.
Did you take your ball home with you? Did you take your ball and go home too, Jed? That's nice.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, did you guys have friends like that in high school? The one dude.
Hell yeah,
I did.
Dude,
I did.
You laugh at him behind his back, like, "Hey
And
man, look at him. He's mad."
if you
He's
don't
mad.
have friends like that, you're the friend like that.
Right.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly. Hey, so
And you don't want to be that guy.
Right.
yeah. So I want to know, how did you get firsthand knowledge of this story? Did you witness Jed walk out of the stadium? I mean, I don't want you to like, put your
I got to be
your sources
careful
out
here.
there.
I got to be careful.
Okay. All right.
But
Give us the breakdown.
I was tipped off. I was tipped off on Thursday. That was source number 1. I did my own digging on Friday and got source number 2. That's as much as I'm going to say because I don't want to get anyone in trouble.
Right.
Jed York is a very rich and powerful man who I just don't want to get anyone in trouble. But I got 2 sources, and I was very proud of myself. Then when I got the second source, I immediately texted the PR director for the 49ers. This is what I got. I'm going to post this at 3:00. You have 2.5 hours to let Jed York confirm or deny. That's professional. And they never responded, ever, which is their way of saying, okay, well, we're not going to confirm it, but we're also not going to deny it. So you're on your own.
That is crazy. Okay. So
Well, what do you guys think of this? And you guys know what I think. I think it's a bad look. What do you guys think of an owner leaving at freaking halftime? Is that ever acceptable in any sport?
I left at halftime, but this is the tweet I sent out. I left from buzzed to hammered. So but look, it seems like fans wouldn't leave, right? They would probably stick around, and it's like, look, if you're that upset, I feel like it's time for you to go downstairs after the game and say, we need to have a talk. Like when I posted the Juice clip of Tupac at the locker, that's what Eddie D would have did. Eddie D would have been
as Bill Walsh was coming out of the shower, Eddie D would have been right there, like, nah, don't even put on pants, dude. Let's talk right now. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, this could be nothing. But what makes me a little bit nervous is if Jed starts to get jittery and decide to make a rash decision on Kyle, that's what gets me scared. But hey, I have no knowledge of it. I'm just speculating. I just want to make sure that Kyle Shanahan's our coach for a long time. That's all I want. That's
the thing.
Jed isn't that stupid. He's not that stupid.
I hope not. Because he'd be real dumb.
Hey, bro,
real dumb to mess this up.
We have had everything that could possibly go wrong. It's went wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
which is all the more reason that he should have stuck by his team on Sunday. I mean, there's going through some serious adversity. You're part of it. Stay there.
Exactly. And I feel like you can't necessarily blame Kyle Shanahan for that because everything that could possibly go wrong is going to go wrong. And good head coaches do not grow on trees. I mean, we see what the Dallas Cowboys are doing, right? They got Garrett out of there, and now it's looking like this guy, Mike McCarthy, is even worse than Jason Garrett, right?
Correct.
And so I don't want us to go through that. What I can say is, when you're a billionaire and you own an NFL franchise and they just took you to the Super Bowl last year, I mean, you have to stick with these guys. At one time we had, 18 guys on the injury report. That's kind of hard to win games through, and we were still able to pull out 2 wins. Should have beat the Eagles. I felt like we should have won last week against the Dolphins. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You have to stick there through the good times and through the bad times. You
don't have to be happy about it. You can be angry, but you don't get to go home. If you're really angry, stay there, have a meeting, do something about it. Because going home, like, you're just wasting time, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah, man. So I wasn't really feeling that when I heard the story that he left.
I feel like it's got to be discouraging for Niner fans because you feel like you got the coach, you got the GM, you may or may not have the quarterback, but even if it's not Jimmy, they'll find someone. It feels like the structure is in place, and the only one who can mess it up is Jed because he messed up the last one. It's like, Jed, don't do it again. Don't you do it again, dude.
Right, exactly.
So we're going to make sure he doesn't. That's why I'm making this a big deal, because I feel like it's a sign of things to come, and all of us together have to prevent him. We're his chaperone.
Exactly.
We're his chaperone.
Yeah.
Jed, don't you dare. I see that look in your eyes.
So we want to go ahead and rewind back to the summer when everything was #pay George Kittle, right?
Yep.
You broke the story. George Kittle and his camp, they threw you under the bus, right?
They did.
Now you get some FaceTime with George yesterday, and everything's good, right? I mean, that was highly surprising.
It warmed my heart. Warmed my heart.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, man, that's cool. I appreciate George for doing that. Do you think that George was being condescending, or do you actually think that it was genuine?
I think it was genuine. That's how he usually addresses me in these press conferences. Like, for example, they lost the Super Bowl, all right? And they have these press conferences afterward for the Super Bowl where they all kind of go at the same time. And I'm standing waiting for Kittle right at the front. And he walks by me and he goes, "Hey, Grant, how you doing?" He had just lost the Super Bowl. He's so funny to me because, I mean, he's never too hard on himself. He's always the best player on the field. He's like, "Hey, Grant, what's up?" It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I was going to ask some tough questions, I guess, but good to see you. That's how he always is. And so when he did that thing on Twitter, I was like, really? Like, that's not you. So I'm not surprised that he doubled back, and I'm glad he did because, honestly, I didn't do anything wrong. I just broke the story.
Yeah. If you see Jack Beck face-to-face, what you going to say?
Be like, "Hey, did you see my little interaction with your client? You like that, right? You like that, right?" Exactly.
Oh man! All right, so let's go into the game, man. We got the Rams. We got the Rams versus Niners. This is I mean, if we're going to lose outside of the division, we at least got to win inside of the division, right? Like, it's very important to win these games. And this is a good one to start with: Jalen Ramsey versus Brandon Ayuk. Who do you think wins this matchup? And does this matchup determine whether we win or lose the game?
Can I throw a curveball? Can I throw a curveball here? I have a thing that says that I think Ramsey's going to cover Kittle and play in the top.
That's right. There's a new D coordinator, and they've moved Ramsey inside, which is actually kind of smart.
Yes,
he's more involved in the action. It's really interesting. He's going to be on Kittle, and Kittle's going to have a really tough time because as good as Kittle is, he ain't the route runner that Jordan Reed is, and just getting open across from Jalen Ramsey is going to be tough. All the more reason to run the ball.
So you're basically saying that they're going to have Taylor Rapp and Ramsey on George Kittle, that's going to be pretty tough. Taylor Rapp.
It's like they use. It's like that. Yeah, that's true. How do they use Jalen Ramsey in the base defense? Because in the nickel, he's the slot. So what are they doing with him in the base?
No, he's not even shadowing. I think it's almost like he's playing another side. Unless I'm wrong, Grant, you could tell me. I mean, I just noticed that. Last week. Like, he was in the slot, like covering McLaurin, like, and anybody, and it's like if again philosophical changes. We're seeing it happen a little bit more with the offense, and now if they're doing that, they're moving him around as a chess piece. I really have to believe that the Rams really view George Kittle as the threat to this team. It's like okay, it's okay. Like we'll take your take away the right hand and fight me with your left. Like they're gonna try it that way. So.
It's interesting to see the Rams put their best defensive coverage guy in the slot. I've never seen a team do that, and maybe that's the way that defenses will go in the future because look at the Niners and Rams. They put all their best players in the slot on offense.
George Kittle is the Ram killer. They released a stat that says he has 37 receptions, 512 yards, and 4 touchdowns against the Rams since he's entered the league. That's a lot, right? Yeah. That's a lot. He's played the Rams a total of 6 times. That's a lot. He's getting his money. So, I mean, he's going to be a focal point for all defenses when we play against them.
Real quick. What you said, originally you were asking about Ayuk. And what we said is, well, really, he's not going to be going against Ramsey. That bodes well for Ayuk. I mean, I've gotten like 3 touches the past 2 games. It's not enough. He's a good player. They should be able to get him involved.
Here's the thing. The Rams are telling you what they think about Jimmy Garoppolo when they do something like this, right? Okay, we're going to take your guy over the middle away. Now
every defense in the league is telling us what they think.
Right, but now the Rams are telling you like blatantly now. Like if you didn't believe it before, Jimmy Garoppolo beat us outside the numbers. You're not going to get anything over the middle. Nothing.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to do a little caveat, like you say, a little tangent.
Caveat. Let's go.
With Jimmy, what I've always said from when he's been on the team is we don't know enough about him yet. The book isn't out on him yet. It's in every sport, it becomes increasingly difficult the longer you're in the league because the scouting report on you becomes more and more sophisticated. So when he was just breezing through the schedule in 2017, it's like, that's impressive. But just wait until he's 30 starts deep and every defense in the league has a book on him. And that's what we're seeing. It doesn't mean this is the hardest time of his career. He could rebound and flourish, but every quarterback kind of has to go through this where the league has a book on you and now you have to adjust to the league's adjustments.
Most definitely. And, I have to be 100. Like, we've been extremely tough on Jimmy Garoppolo. But you know what? He gets paid $27 million a year.
It comes with territory, dude.
Grant, I see exactly what you're saying. When you are the franchise guy and you make that much money, the criticism is deserved, right? Just like the praise is deserved.
Right.
Jimmy Garoppolo, is basically holding Kyle Shanahan back from what he wants to do in his offense.
Correct.
You could visibly see it when you're watching the game.
That's right.
Kyle Shanahan is so frustrated because there's so much things that we could do in this offense, especially having guys who can catch the ball and run with it and make things happen, like Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel.
That's right.
Even Kendrick Bourne. When have you seen him catch the ball and run 20 yards and get into the end zone? Like he's even evolved his game. We seen that last week against the Dolphins. I was surprised. It looked like he added an extra gear to his burst because he looks a lot faster than he's been, right?
Yep.
So you have all these guys, George Kittle, then Jordan Reed's going to be coming back. Then you have, Raheem Mostert, you get Jet McKinnon. There's so many guys
no
where
excuses.
Yeah, there's not. We have the weapons. There's so many guys where you can just get them the ball, put the ball in their hands, and they make something happen. And the thing that was frustrating, it was, playing. It was like playing catch when you're outside in the street with your homeboys, right? Mm-hmm. Just get the ball to him. Jimmy couldn't even do that last week.
Yeah,
he couldn't do that.
I think what's happening right now with the Niners is Shanahan did such a good job last year, like working around Jimmy, all about the run game, all about quick passes. I don't think Shanahan wants to do it anymore, man. He's got his 6-year extension. He's like, you know what? You can't ask me to run 40 times a game and win. That's really hard. You forced this quarterback on me. I wanted Kirk. You said Jimmy. Fine. You're paying him $27 million a year. I got to be allowed to call passes. You can't force a $27 million quarterback on me and say, run the ball every time. Like, what's the point? What are we doing? If that's how you want me to coach offense, let's just go with Nick Mullins or someone who's making $400K. It doesn't matter. Like, if we're going to spend for a quarterback, let me throw or give me a new quarterback.
Right.
That's fair.
I mean,
that's fair.
Sink or swim.
Yeah.
That's what it is right now. It's sink or swim.
So that's my question real quick. Is Shanahan going to do that with Jimmy on Sunday night, or is Shanahan going to get back to running the ball so he can just win a game? I don't know. I don't know.
Look, if he wants to win the game, they have to run the ball right at Aaron Donald.
Does he want to win the game? Is that a fair question to ask? Because his game plan against the Dolphins made me feel like, hey, man, whatever. Take it or leave it. And the Eagles, too. It's like, man, you got the 6-year extension, and now you seem more concerned with, like, exposing Jimmy
bro,
and coaching to win.
Execution, bro. We weren't executing, bro.
All right.
Last year, like I said, everything that could go right, it went right. Timely turnovers, players getting healthy in the nick of time. We thought we had injuries last year. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy cow dung.
Yeah. I know.
Right?
I know.
So it's just like it's execution. If our depth isn't deep as it was last year, you have to go out there and execute. I don't feel like Kyle's going to go run because these defenses are loading up on that run game. This run game is not as potent as it was last year.
You know what? Miami
on it from last year.
Miami ran the 6-1 and most of it was still even with the issue.
He still averaged 5 yards a carry. You're right.
So my thing is if he comes out here and tries to toss this ball around when we just told you that Jalen Ramsey is going to guard Kittle, this game is going to be as bad as many people think it will be. And I don't want to wait all day for this crap.
And honestly, Shanahan is not dumb. So if he comes out with that game plan, I gotta be like, dude, what is your deal?
Man? Are you dumb. Purposely doing it, or
what is this? Are you throwing away a season so you can get a new quarterback? Like, you can't do that.
I don't think it is. What it is we seen last year where the running game wasn't working, and Jimmy G said, "All right, I'm gonna get you 400 and 4 touchdowns."
Yeah, against
we've seen it.
Yeah,
we've seen it. Even against the Rams, 2 3rd and 17s. He threw for 315 and 285 against them.
He was great
against the Saints. We've seen where Jimmy said, "All right, hop on the shoulder.
I can do it."
Exactly.
Yep, I can do it.
Jimmy Garoppolo has to be able to do that this year, bro.
Yeah,
he has to. I don't think that it's fair that you put Raheem and you give him the ball 30 times in the game, and then he's broken down by the end of the season and he misses a couple more games. No, Jimmy, this is on you.
Yeah,
it's your time.
You're the highest paid player in the team. You got to go. The defense isn't gonna carry you this year. It's on you.
The thing that scares me is that when I watched last week, there's plenty of guys open. Like, he's just not throwing them the ball. Like, he's not.
That's the thing. When you watch the film of him from the first half, you don't see a guy who's just in agony, who's super injured. You see a guy who's missing reads, not seeing the field. I mean, it's stuff that he did week 1. That's what's discouraging. So here's my question, guys. If he crashes and burns on Sunday night the way he did the last week, and it's looking like for whatever reason he's trending down, do the Niners do something drastic at the deadline, or do they just ride this out?
Nah, they're gonna.
Nah.
You know what? Nah, I think. Yeah, I mean, at this point, with all the cap concerns, and we don't know what's gonna happen next year with how much things are gonna be, and how we, Fred Warner's coming up to get signed, and they're not gonna let him, so they have to figure all that stuff out. I think they'll just let it go this season.
Holy Kerry Hyder, D Ford, we found your replacement. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Kerry Hyder.
What a steal! No. He's just remarking on how well
we found your replacement. He's like Kerry Hyder and Nick Bosa on the outside. That's pretty good.
Top 5 in pressures or something like that.
Yeah,
something like that. So yeah,
top 5 in pressures, top 5 in sacks.
He's playing really well. He's playing. That's a big shining positive in a season with not so much of it.
Hold on, real quick. The reason I said would the Niners make a trade at the deadline? If you go on over the cap and start messing with the dead cap hits of getting guys like Deshaun Watson or Matt Ryan, it's really hard to make those trades before June 1. If it's post June 1, the dead cap hits are smaller. So theoretically, if the Niners were to trade for Matt Ryan or Deshaun Watson or Kirk Cousins in a couple weeks, they could do it. It'll be harder after the season. That's the only reason I bring it up, because actually financially it's more feasible.
I don't think that we trade for a quarterback this year. I think there's going to be some pretty good quarterbacks in free agency next year. If Jimmy Garoppolo totally plummets, I think that Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh and the boys and John Lynch, I think that they do go after a skill position guy before the trade line. I think they do. Whether it's a cornerback or it's a wide receiver, they're going to go get somebody.
If Jimmy crashes and burns on national television on Sunday and Kyle Shanahan can pull it off, I think Kirk Cousins will be on this team in 3 weeks. But I'm not saying Jimmy's going to crash and burn on Sunday. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But if he gets benched at halftime the way he got benched, if it's worst case scenario Kyle can pull it off, he's gonna, dude. I'm not saying he should, because I don't like Kirk Cousins either. Kyle. You think Kyle's changed his opinion on Kirk? No.
Oh my gosh, Kirk Cousins.
I know. I'm sorry. That's a sobering thought, but
he's just not that guy.
He's not that
guy.
Right.
I'd rather have Dak Prescott healthy next year.
Me too. I'd rather have a rookie.
I actually wouldn't mind Dak, but I know what Dallas is gonna do. If they're not gonna sign him to a deal, they're gonna tag him.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna happen, man.
He could tell him, I'm not gonna sign the tag.
Yeah,
he's
still there.
He has 12 national TV commercials, bro. He's good on money. He could tell them no. He could tell them, hey man, you didn't give me my money when I needed it. Look what happened. I'm not fucking with y'all. Let me go. I guarantee you that's what Dak Prescott's gonna do. That's what I would do.
Guys, Kyle Shanahan is in love with Kirk Cousins. This is a fact.
Why?
This is a fact. I don't know. You would have to ask. You would have to ask Kyle.
Chris Sims,
he drafted him.
Chris Sims released a really telling quote, right? Chris Sims is best friends with Kyle. He said he was telling him about Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, and he was not like, I'm good. I'm waiting for Kirk.
Exactly. Chris Sims is actually good at scouting quarterbacks. If you go back and look at his rankings of college guys every year, he's dead on. He said in 2018 that the best quarterbacks were Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Who else had that right? And he also said that the worst quarterbacks in round 1 were Darnold and Rosen. Who else had that? He's good. He's better than Kyle at scouting that position. It's a hard position to scout.
Here's the other thing is, so someone just said, what's Kyle's infatuation with Cousins? Just listen to him talk about him. He gets this smile on his face, and he's like, he's a computer and this and that, and he processes things fast, and it's just like,
well, the computer ain't one damn thing in the playoffs.
There's one more thing about him too. Shanahan is very hypercritical of players, and most quarterbacks have an ego and don't take it. I mean, Kirk Cousins will take anything. I mean, he publicly apologized to Adam Thielen last year. Kirk Cousins has nothing. He's embarrassing. You understand? Yeah. So if Kyle Shanahan yells at him in a meeting, Kirk will be like, yes, coach, you're right. Whereas Jimmy might be like, who the hell are you? Dude, you were 1-10 before I got here. Yeah, have some respect. Yeah, I think a lot of quarterbacks were the top pick in the draft and come with an ego, and Kirk has none. Zero.
I'm just over having these pat the ball. Pat the ball. Agree. Get out of the pocket and run. Do something. Make plays.
Thank you. Shanahan, get with the times and get an athlete at quarterback, because you can't succeed with a non-athlete at that position anymore.
You can't.
I got super lucky. Somebody was the plug for college all 22 for me, and I got to watch Trey Lance.
He's good. He good. Now, my issue with Lance, I was talking to a coach about him. The difference between Lance and a guy like Herbert, who's blowing up and should have been the number one pick, is
Herbert's
Herbert
the best quarterback in the draft last year.
I agree. Now, if you put Burrow on the Chargers, Burrow might be doing well too. Burrow's
really good, man. Burrow.
I'm with you, Dre. I prefer Herbert. I prefer Herbert. But the thing with Lance, Herbert had a whole career at Oregon. He started like 4 seasons. That's a big deal. Lance has started like 11 games.
That's
at NDSU. So you could bring him, but he probably needs a season on the bench wherever he goes.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and read this contribution from Denise Granger. We appreciate you. Grant, no, we don't want Cousins. We need to draft a quarterback that's younger, healthy, and better arm.
I don't want. No one wants Cousins.
We don't
want wants Cousins.
We don't want Cousins, but that doesn't mean that.
This is Grant speaking as Kyle Shanahan. This is Grant speaking for Kyle Shanahan's perspective. Okay. Don't take it as Grant wants Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
I know this has nothing to do with it, but I don't know where I was in June when you recorded that video of you as Jed York and put that shit in the Louvre, bro. I swear, man. Oh my God, man.
Thank you. It's probably not how it went down, but I think there's some truth to it.
That was great. I just love that. I have the picture too, like of you, like looking like that.
That was hilarious.
It was actually a terrible video, but that one part with the mustard was decent.
That was hilarious.
Thanks.
So all right, so let's talk about the Rams a little bit. I actually seen your prediction where you said, the reasons why the 49ers beat the Rams. Now, for the people who haven't seen that, right? Explain to them why you think the 49ers will have a chance to beat the Rams, and if they don't do these certain things, why the Rams will just completely smoke us.
I mean, until the Niners' run game falls apart, I'm going to believe in them. I think if you can run the ball, you can compete and you can win. It's just that the Niners have kind of chosen not to run. So they got an offense. I mean, let me give you some stats. The Niners have 6 players averaging more than 5 yards a carry. 6, dude. Mostert, McKinnon, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, and Juszczyk. You have 6 options. And the Rams are giving up 4.7 yards per carry. So the Niners know they can run the ball in this game. The issue is, can they stick with it? And I think they haven't done a good job sticking with it. They've fallen behind the last 2 games and panicked a little bit. They might panic again if they fall behind. So what's important is that they get an early lead. And I don't think they can expect the defense to really play great. It's so decimated, and the Rams' offense is pretty good. So what I think the Niners should do is not defer the opening kick. Get the opening kickoff, get the ball first, establish a run game, take an early lead. If they do that, they win. If they fall behind 14-0, it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
Over. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jason, bro. What are the keys to winning this game?
Yeah, I mean, just, you know what? Like, I hate to say it, and you know how much I clown people for, like, trying to bring the NFL back 40 years. But, God, please run the ball and control the clock and keep them off the field. See, again, I feel like I keep saying the same things again. The problem is that here's what – Jared Goff is perfect from a pocket that has no pressure. Get in his damn face and make him make those goofy decisions, right?
Yep.
But you have to understand that they're going to be rolling out on us all day this week again. Hopefully they have the same adjustments that they had at the second half of that last game. But McVay has given Goff easy layup throws that have led to other throws. You know what's funny? Here's what's funny. The Shanahan offense is working all over the league. Everywhere. Packers.
Except
Titans,
here.
Rams. Everywhere. Everyone's
Thank you, Jason.
and everyone's running the reverses and the Y leak, which we see, it's incredible when I watch other teams how much everyone is lifting Shanahan.
Stealing.
Yeah,
stealing, copying.
If you never thought the NFL was the copycat league, go ahead watch the Titans, go ahead watch the Packers, and go ahead and watch the Rams. Good God.
The Bengals, all of them. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, every offensive coordinator should send Kyle Shanahan a shout out. Every one of them.
No doubt.
Even up in Seattle. I've seen wrinkles of our playbooks up there in Seattle, Arizona, our whole damn bro.
No, I'm telling you, dude,
shit pisses me off, bro.
He's great at designing the next gadget play. He's great at that. But that's not what the Niners need right now.
Right.
The Niners don't need a great gadget play isn't going to turn this season around. No. Leadership will.
Right.
A guy who says, you know what, we need to establish our identity now. We've messed around for 5 weeks. We're a run-first team. We're going to establish. It's not that you need to establish the run. You need to establish your strength, your identity. Don't have the first pass of the game go to Kendrick Bourne. No offense, Kendrick. The first pass of the game goes to Kittle. The first run of the game goes to Mostert. You establish your strengths early on, and then you get your supporting cast guys involved after. I mean, you don't want the first shot of the game in a basketball game to be a 3 by Rondo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's an order of operations to things. Like, you want Rondo to take some threes eventually, but that's not how he gets into the flow of the game. Get the ball to Kittle, run the ball with Mostert, establish your strengths early on. Don't be down 14-0 and be like, well, I haven't even thrown to Kittle yet. You don't want to be in that position.
Right. Yeah. My keys to victory is we cannot turn the ball over twice. I mean, we've turned the ball over 6 times in the last 2 games. Well, 5 times in the last 2 games. Jimmy had two picks, and then Mullins had the 2 picks and the interception. So we cannot have 2 turnovers. Aaron Donald cannot get more than 2 sacks, because if he gets 3, it's going to be a problem. And I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo has to throw for 3 touchdowns. He has to. He has to. This is a game where Jimmy Garoppolo has to come out and say, okay, I know I had a bad game, but hop on my shoulder and we're going to go get this one done. Or we're going to lose the game, period, point blank. That's just what I feel. Our defense has been really good in run support, and you can see how the pass protection is the pass defense is broken down, because you look at the stats, we went from number 1 to number 24. So you clearly see no Richard Sherman, no K1, no Emmanuel Mosley, no Witherspoon, even though he said he couldn't play, but he ended up playing and he was just fine. But we'll talk about that later. If Jimmy Garoppolo does throw 3 touchdowns, he turn the ball over twice, and Aaron Donald gets more than 2 sacks, then it's all right.
Hey, real quick, if Jimmy does what you just said he does, he's back in the saddle, man. I mean, he's good. People are happy with him, and they're not talking about trading him at the deadline or who the next quarterback. He can change the narrative with one good game. That's the thing about football. Like, Nick Mullins falls apart on national television, and Jimmy Garoppolo's stock goes up from not even playing. And then one more game comes by, and Jimmy Garoppolo plays bad. And now he's in the basement with Mullins. All you need is one good game. Your stock is what your last game was. So, Jimmy, go get him, dude. I'm rooting for him. I'd love to see him pull his career around, because right now it looks like he needs a change of scenery. I hope that's not the case.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
man. I actually had us losing this game.
The Rico Westbrook is killing me right now in the comments.
Kyle has put me in. Rico.
I mean, if anybody can throw the ball over the mountains, we don't need him to throw it outside the numbers. Throw it over the mountains.
Hey, Sean Shepard, man, we really appreciate you, bro. Hey, this man, he literally donates like half of his check to us all.
I love Sean. Sean's a great guy.
Sean's a good guy.
No, I refuse. Look, last year, I sincerely feel that my 6-10 prediction was a big motivating factor for the Niners. And I just don't feel like giving them free motivation.
That's what he said, people.
Yeah.
Grant said it was because of me.
It was me. I don't feel like giving the Niners free motivation anymore.
Ass.
I know, I'm terrible. I'm not giving them free motivation anymore. If they want me to say that they stink so they can play harder, pay me. Put me on the payroll. Make me like the coordinator in charge of telling them they're not good. Bring me in every Saturday and be like, you're going to lose by 2 touchdowns. Otherwise, I'm going to keep picking the Niners to win and just watch as they flounder and come in to these games real lackadaisical. So, they're going to have to pay me off to stop jinxing them. I need $2 million, Jed. $2 million.
Jed got it, too. He got that
Look it up.
Jed got that.
You know I'm the issue. You know I'm the problem. I could turn this whole season around right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have power like that, you got to get paid, man. You can't just start. Yeah, you got to get compensated.
Hey, so let's talk about our offensive line versus the Rams offensive line.
I'm going to go to the bathroom. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, just because
end of discussion.
I'm starting with you, Jason.
Okay.
Break down the Rams offense, or the Rams defensive line and our offensive line.
Look, how you have to slow them down is you don't run away from Aaron Donald. Run right at his ass. Run right at. Run right at,
because he's aggressive. You can kind of judo him out of the play.
Run right at his ass and make sure that you run those traps and everything. Yeah. Make sure that you go and you peel him off. Run right at him, and then
he plays the pass on the way to the run. He plays the run.
And when the running game goes, that's when play action opens up, okay? And that's when you'll get those middle over. Like, it sounds simple. We've been talking about it, but it's literally that simple. Like, you can't run. I'm tired of people telling me on Twitter, you got to run away from Donald. You have to run right at him, and you have to attack him. get him tired, and go. The other thing that we should do, like I said many times, get him pissed and get him kicked out of the game. But I mean,
that works.
Yeah,
that works.
Honestly,
just have Daniel Brunskill be like, "Hey, man,
Brunskill worked him last year.
See,
he did a good job against
him last year.
That's the thing. It's like if you put Jimmy in spots where he has to drop back and you leave Aaron Donald on one-on-ones, that's when things are going to get hairy. And that's why you have to control the clock, make sure you're in a positive game script, and make sure that you're not falling behind. Because if the Rams know that you're going to throw the ball, that's when things are going to get bad.
Here's how I'm going to judge if the Niners win the game. If the Niners come out first play and they're in the shotgun, they're going to lose. If they come out first play and they're under center, they're going to win. Because to me, when they start off in the shotgun, what Kyle Shanahan is telling everyone is, we're going to get smoked in the trenches today, and I'm scared. My O-line can't block this D-line, and I don't want to even – I got to get my quarterback away from it. If they get under center with use check in the I formation, that's Shanahan saying we can run on this team, and I know it.
And they can. I mean, they're giving it up 5 at a clip, like 5
exactly.
a clip. Like that's and every time Mostert touched the ball, he's like this close to ripping it off all the way to the house.
Right. Yeah. Because we're in the shotgun. Their base run game is not out of the shotgun. They're not a shotgun team.
4th and 1?
No, it doesn't make any sense. Like they can do shotgun in obvious pass situations, but on first down, they should be under center. And if they're not, that indicates a lack of confidence in something. So if they come out that way, then it's like, all right, well, you're already coaching scared. You've given up your identity. You think you need to win another way. I'm going with the Rams, but I don't think they're going to do that this week. I think they're going to come out, use check I formation, give the ball to Mostert first play, 5 yards.
Yo, Rico Westbrook feeling it today.
Stop it. What I don't understand is why are we playing so much in shotgun, and he knows that everybody in the NFL knows that Jimmy Garoppolo is better when he's under the center. No matter how much we've seen it all year last year. There's plays where he literally had a guy in his face and he was getting smacked and he was still delivering the ball.
Well, I mean, Shanahan could say, like, look, I mean, the offensive line is terrible. If I get him further away from the line, I protect him a little bit. Plus, he's got these injuries. But again, like when you move him, when you're in the shotgun, you take away your run game. I mean, you don't have the run game. So it's all on Jimmy at that point. And that's not your offense. That's not what you do well.
But I've seen a few very bad plays from the offensive line last game, but Jimmy Garoppolo was only pressured 6 times. He was only pressured 6 times.
Look, Grant, I know this is your guy. Ross Dwelly almost got him killed.
He did.
I know, man. I know.
And
so
I understand. Like,
if you're
I tweeted at you and you didn't respond to me. Start responding to my tweets, especially about Ross Dwelly, Grant.
No. Here's the thing. If you're going to play Ross Dwelly for 1 snap a game, I wouldn't have him block a DN. Like, what? Are you like, what? Like, put Charlie Warner out there. That's what you drafted him for. If you want to use Dwelly for 1 snap a game, let him run a route in the red zone. I'm sorry. Kyle, you're not dumb. What are you doing? I don't.
What is the delayed Ross Dwelly route? The beautiful route where he chip blocks for a second and then he leaks right back out for an easy throw. Where is it? Where is it?
I mean, but a good game against the Giants and never gets another target.
But at the same time, bro, when a guy makes a bad play, he makes a bad play.
It was bad,
and that was horrible. It could have been curtains for Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Could have been curtains for Jimmy. That was bad.
Yeah.
And you know what happened the next play? He went full tap dance in the.
Dude, that shot he took from behind. The thing is, like, I don't know if it was like you could see it on TV, but from the press box you could see it happening from a mile away, and it's like, almost like slow motion. You're like, no.
It was bad.
That's your blind side too. It's like, what is he supposed to do? Like, you know how you're supposed to feel pressure. There's nothing you can feel after 1 second, and there's a guy barreling down on you.
You can see that hit coming. You're like, oh man, I hope he gets up. I hope he gets up.
That's how I felt, man.
Dwelly, sorry. Yeah, I guess I should have crushed Dwelly online, but I'm not gonna.
I know that's your guy, bro. It's all right.
But yeah, you're right. Damn, almost got the dude killed.
Yeah.
That was as bad as what Jimmy did with Kittle week 1, getting his knee messed up. I mean, you can't have mistakes like that. I mean, but again, Kyle, don't ask Ross Dwelly to block a DN on an island anymore. I mean, he can't.
Right.
Ross Dwelly, there's a lot of things Ross Dwelly can do, but that ain't one of them. I'm sorry. And he has limitations.
The other thing is too is like, when I posted that film clip of the back-to-back plays, I'm telling you that Jimmy's tap dancing in the pocket because you can see his feet moving in a way that you've never seen. That's not me offering an opinion. Like, people are like, oh, that's no excuse. I was like, that's not an excuse. I just watched what happened on the film.
It's a description.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. Like, don't think that when I post film clips, I'm automatically giving an opinion. My opinion would have been he needs to step into this throw and let it rip right to the right guy. I said he was tap dancing in the pocket, which there is no debate about that. All you have to do is look.
Yeah, he was.
Twitter's been
And he was doing it week 1 too.
Unbearable.
It has been. Yeah. Because the fans have been a lot like the players on the team when they're like, yo, can you stop with the criticism this week? Isn't it a little over the top?
Don't get me
shut
started
up.
on that.
Just win and be 3-3 and we'll praise you. Period.
Don't get me started on that, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that, man. Like, what? Like, honestly, look, one thing that I want to tell everybody: stop adding players. Stop tweeting at players. Stop it. That's really bad behavior. Okay,
that's true.
On the other side, stop searching your name on this app,
dude.
Everybody, I'm sick of it. You're angry. All I hear all week: we're angry. We're angry. We're angry.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah. Delete Twitter. Delete Twitter. Look in your playbook. Find a solution. Beat the Rams. If you do that, you're going to get so much praise, man. So much praise. And people aren't going to trip on the 3 losses you have already because you'll be right in the thick of things. Just win this week and you'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, score prediction? Anybody?
No, I'm not going first.
All right. Like 24-20 Niners, 24-20, 24-17. I think if they do it, if they come into the game with the right game plan to control the clock with their run game and minimize Jimmy Garoppolo and put him basically a 2019 game plan, they win. But I don't know where Kyle Shanahan's head is right now. I have no idea. And it's like part of me feels like everyone's telling him to run the ball, so he's not going to, because that's how he is. It's like, oh, you guys think you know what to do? Well, I'm going to show you. Like, I don't know. So I'm picking the Niners. I'm almost like trying to like, hey, Kyle, like if you do it this way, you'll win. But I don't really have confidence in him. I don't know what's going on with him. He's not dumb. I keep saying he's not a dummy. So I don't know what's going on with him, man.
Something weird's happening, right?
Weird.
Like the doghouse stuff, like the Keller Witherspoon and Brian Allen thing. I hate to keep talking about it, but there's something so strange about it. Like you literally were like, we're starting Allen this week.
What? Was it personal against the Keller? Like what?
What more do you do when a guy comes up and tells you, "Hey, I can't play unless"?
Trey, that's what Kyle told you. That doesn't mean that's what happened.
Hold on. Don't you?
We haven't heard one side of the story.
Say, hey, that's not the case.
No. No,
Richard Sherman could talk out of turn.
Right,
Keller Witherspoon has to shut up.
All, nobody's putting a mic in a Keller Witherspoon's face at this point.
Thank you.
So nobody's even asking, right?
Good point. And if we were in the locker room, we could go up to him and he could say what he needs to say.
I just know. At the end of the day, these guys are grown ass men. Keller Witherspoon, this is his 4th year in the NFL, bro. I'm not believing that, bro. If that was a lie, I'm pretty sure Keller would come out and say that's not exactly what happened.
Oh, great.
Fair enough. Real quick.
We're not going to sign him anyways.
If you were the head coach, would you allow a player to be like, hey, man, I can't play this week unless you really need me? To me, it's either you're in or you're out. You're in or you're out. You can play or you can't. None of this like, maybe I can go. Like, how many guys on this team are playing through injury right now? Because this is a must-win game. And you're like, gee, like only if you really need me. Hey, we really need you. Are you going to play? It's an emergency. Can you play? If not, let's just cut you then.
Great.
You can't have these halfway crooks, dude. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks.
Halfway crooks. I love it. I'm not deep thing. Look,
thank you.
Grant, you've interacted with the Keller, right? He's
a real nice guy.
Okay, nice so guy. Does that seem like it's in his demeanor to be like, yo, you know what? Coach is lying. Coach is completely lying about what he said. I was ready to go, right?
He wouldn't do it.
I don't think he would. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. And it's like, I'm not trying to be like a conspiracy. It doesn't smell right.
Hey, did it seem like it was in OJ's demeanor to go from Wheaties boxes to killing Nicole?
Yes. You know why?
People knew about it. People knew
violence cases. So
yeah, people knew about OJ. It was kind of a poorly kept secret.
If Leslie Nielsen killed some people, you would have been like, "What the hell?" No, not
OJ was good in those movies, by the way. You go back and watch Naked Gun. He's like, he has good timing.
He was.
He does.
He's funny.
Norbert. Good at that. And it's hard because now you watch it and you're like, even on Twitter, right? I cringe, but I'm like, man, he's still got.
I kind of like Norbert.
I'm sorry, OJ. I still love you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know about nobody else.
Oh my god! Man.
And the show goes off the rails. Can you guys take those tips back? Just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Oh man.
28-24 Niners.
Let's talk about OJ for the next 5 minutes.
Right.
I'm kidding.
I'm just kidding. 28-24 Niners. They find a way to get it done. They slowly get down. Yeah, 28. Yeah. Okay. I think that finally this week you're going to see Goff make one of those goofball errors. Like, again, as much as everybody wants to bash the 49ers for beating 2 teams from the NFC East, What are the teams that the Rams have beat?
All the teams from the NFC East. And that's the thing about them. Like, they struggled against the Giants. That bodes well for the Niners. They also beat the Eagles, which is like
19 points against the Giants, the same team that we scored 39 on. So
with the B team.
Exactly. I feel like Niners proved me wrong. Rams 27, Niners 24. Prove me wrong.
Good for you. I like that. I like that.
I have rolled with the Niners. Me and Grant have had argument. I have rolled so hard for the Niners and Jimmy Garoppolo and certain players in a row. I'm not doing it no more. I'm picking the Rams this week. Prove me wrong.
Good for you, Trey. Good for you, man. I like that. It's about time, man, because I'm not going to do it, but you need to. Someone needs to hold this team's feet to the fire. You do it. I love it.
Hey, and for everybody out there, even the women out there who's watching the channel, the OJ stuff was a joke. Please don't take it personal. Please don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? But OJ is my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Do you also think Michael Jackson was innocent?
Huh?
Do you also think
I don't know, man. That new documentary on HBO kinda.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, the kid who did that, who they paid to do that, he has cases where he's accused several other Hollywood entertainers, and the feds investigated him, and it was a damn lie.
And they have the video, and they have the audio of the father saying, "Yeah, we're about to get Michael Jackson for a bunch of money," and he pulled the story, brought it back, pulled the story, brought it back, pulled it. So it's
all I can say is that I can't listen to Pretty Young Thing. It's just that song. I feel like Pretty Young Thing and All of Bad are off limits, but Off the Wall and Thriller minus Pretty Young Thing are still fair game. Like, you can throw on Off the Wall, have a good time, but once you get into like 1989 Michael Jackson, it's like, I don't know.
We're not. Michael is the GOAT, bro. We're not
okay. I gotta go though. On that note, I do gotta go. But let's have a music discussion soon, guys.
Hey, I appreciate you, Grant, bro. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Damn, Mariah, you hate me now? Damn, all because I said OJ is my. That hurt my feelings. I'm sorry, Mariah. I didn't know you had those type of issues with the juice. You know what I'm saying? I sip my OJ every morning. Okay, let's go to Rico Westbrook. Oh my gosh, Rico. I
love this guy, man. Thank you so much, man. You are a beacon.
That is hilarious, bro. Yeah, man. This is a great episode. I feel like everything, flowed naturally. You guys know where we stand. I want to be proven wrong. I still feel like we have one of the best coaching staffs. I love you too, sis. One of the best coaching staffs in the NFL. We're still one of the deepest teams in the NFL because we haven't sunk. Most teams who would have had all of these injuries, they would be 0-5 right now. That's a guarantee, right? So it says something. Also, watching George Kittle's interview and how he said the season's not over, we can turn this thing around. He said it's because of the guys in this locker room. We still believe in each other. We have great coaches. We went out there and had the best practice of the season. So I'm hoping to be proven wrong. I want to pick the Niners. I never want to pick against us, but I'm picking against us because I want them to come out and ball out and prove me wrong. So do that.
I mean, well, you make picks with your mind, not your heart, right? Right. And that's the thing, So I mean, it's not crazy to think, and I'm probably gonna get killed for this. Whatever, man. If you really want to piss people off, just tell them you're not into Eminem's music, and they'll go crazy on you online. But people are gonna kill me like this online, but. It's not crazy to think that the 49ers don't win this game. I just feel like the 49ers are going to come out desperate. This is a division game, so it'll be close regardless. If they get blown out in a divisional game, I don't know then. Then
curtains. Yep, you'll see drunk Jason again.
Nah, I stopped drinking.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I had to. Physically, I had to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I'm about to go get a bottle and a case of beer right now.
Enjoy yourself. I'm envious. I'm actually envious, but I since quarantine, it's like I've been drinking too much, and my body kind of told me this entire week, yo, you need to chill the hell out, bro.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, bro. Well,
Thank you for everybody for watching. I'm sorry. I know the people hitting me up. My breakdown video is about to come out in a little bit. I'm just like trying to get myself, going. But yeah, I'll have it out later today, guys. I got you.
He has a daughter, people.
That too.
And she's a ball of energy.
Oh man, she's not here right now. That's why I'm chilling. But yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
But that's true too. That's true too.
She's a ball of energy.
Like you called me at 8 yesterday, and you're like, "Yo, you sleeping?" I'm like, "I'm trying to put my daughter down."
I was like, "Yo, my bad."
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. All right, man. With that being said, man, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. If you want to contribute, Patreon/Niners All Day. Man, it's been great. We love you guys. Yeah. I'm gonna let KB take us out, and we'll probably see you guys tomorrow before the game.
This is Kendrick Bourne from the San Francisco 49ers. You're watching the Niners All Day Show. What up, Bronze? What up, Dre? Let's get it, man. Yee!